Good day, this is Ray. Today is Monday, September 5th, 2022. For me, another day of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe. And it is 8:30 on Monday, Labor Day in the United States. And I'm off today. I did go and pick up some groceries this morning. I was supposed to go on Saturday, but I thought I would have enough to get me by a few more days before I would have to go out and get something to eat. And sure enough, I pretty much ran out of food this morning and said, okay, let me just go ahead and pick up a couple things. So I was up early, made my shopping list, did my online purchases, and went to the pickup area, picked up my groceries, and back home. It's actually 8:25. It took me about 10 minutes to go and get my food and be back home. So I actually wasn't planning on recording a video today, but I was sitting in the parking lot and I was thinking this morning about $5 coffee. Now, when you're watching this video, you're probably going to say, okay, he's obviously against $5 coffee. And in my case, yes and no. I mean, I budget for everything. So it doesn't make sense for me financially to go and buy $5 coffee. I don't drink coffee anymore anyway, because of lupus and the possibility it may trigger a flare. So I don't drink coffee. I keep coffee over here for my folks and family that come by, but I don't touch the stuff anymore. But, $5 coffee may not necessarily be a bad thing. It may be something that somebody budgets for. Now, I think back to some of the best conversations I had with people, and that was centered around coffee, going for the experience, sitting down, maybe reading a book, and then waiting for my friend or a loved one to come and just talk, Sometimes that coffee would take an hour to drink. You'd be sitting there sipping, at least the way I drink coffee. But, when it comes to $5 coffee for me, it just doesn't make any sense for me to do that. Like I said, for one thing, I budget for everything. So every dollar counts. And I don't even have a category for drinking coffee. I do have a category for eating out, and that's a very small category. So less than $50 a month, and I rarely touch it nowadays because I'm in the habit of eating at home, cooking at home. I don't make the best meals, but I do okay. I do all right. I could do a lot better, which is what I'm working towards. I got my budget down, and I got to work on cooking better and spending more time in the kitchen. But, so $5 coffee, you may have a budget for, you may have a category specifically for drinking coffee, and that's fine. One of the biggest frustrations I had initially with budgeting was like knowing exactly what I need to budget towards. There's not really somebody who can tell you that part of it. There are suggestions of categories that you should budget towards. And that makes perfect sense. But when it comes to the finer details of budgeting, that's something that you figure out along the way. And that's something I'm still fine-tuning. Like, for example, my fuel budget is $100 a month. Now, to you, that might not seem a lot, but I live very close to work. And lately, I've been working from home. So, instead of me budgeting $100 a month towards gas, I can adjust that down. I'm probably going to adjust it down to $50 a month for the meantime, and then allocate some of that money towards either my medications, either to my doctor's appointments, because I still have a few more doctor's appointments this year that I know I have to budget for, or I'm going to take the excess of that money and dump it into my emergency fund, because really, ultimately I'm trying to rebuild my emergency fund. So the quickest way I can get there is if that means I have to adjust those budgets and then take that money and just dump it in there, that's perfectly fine. But it's always it's sort of a work in progress. So, I want to say to whoever's watching this and they're just now budgeting, they're frustrated because nobody's telling them their exact number. Yeah, you might be frustrated for a minute, but you're going to realize that budgeting is very organic and it's very different for everyone. So, like, for example, I have medications. Well, I'm just sweating up a storm. It's a little bit humid. But, yeah, I have a budget, a category specifically for medications because every 90 days I have to refill medications. So I have a category for that. You may not have a category for that. You may have a category for diapers. I don't have any categories for diapers. Not yet. I'm not old enough to wear them. Yeah, I'm fortunate for that. But, you may have that. You may have category for newspapers, whatever, that I may not have. And really, when it comes to paying down debt, the fewer the categories I have, the better for me. And because I have an emergency fund, if things pop off, man, I kind of went back to my old days. If things happen, then I could use that emergency fund to cover those expenses. Like, for example, my phone is paid off fully. If I were to have an emergency where my phone broke, then I would dip into the emergency fund. I would get a cheap phone, yeah, of course. But at least I have that money set aside so I don't have to go into debt trying to get another cell phone. Or if my refrigerator stopped running, I got to go and catch it, of course. That's lame. If my refrigerator stopped running, I need a repair person to come out and check it out and take care of that. Or if I need to get a new one, wash and dryer, so on and so forth. I have to get that. Then I've got the budget. I've got the emergency fund for that in the future. And it's something I hear a lot about. Something I actually started initially was a sinking fund where, you are saving little by little towards those particular categories. That will make sense when I'm either out of consumer debt or close to being out of consumer debt. And then I can build those sinking funds. But right now, it just makes sense for me to have the emergency fund so I don't go backwards. So $5 coffee, going back to what I wanted to dive into, could make sense to you. $5 coffee could mean that long conversation with a loved one, seeing someone that you truly miss, and then, maybe that someone that is not feeling well, you just want to take them a coffee and, just brighten up their day, $5 coffee could be worth it. But it's a lot cheaper to make your coffee at home. I'm just saying, you dollar to dollar, you take a look at the cost of it. Yes. But, I'm not going to tell you not to go get that $5 coffee. I'll just say, consider everything, every dollar you spend, is it worth it? Do you need it? I'm looking back I purchased a lot of stuff, through my 20s and 30s, stuff I really didn't need. I purchased a lot of books. I have a lot of books that I'm probably still paying for. That's a big part of my consumer debt. Now, anything I purchase, I give a lot of thought to. I don't make a lot of purchases now. The things I'm purchasing now have to do towards my home. Like, for example, when I moved in, somebody took the storm door or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I need that storm door for one thing because it's going to cut down on my energy costs. And second, I don't want to just be opening my door and not have sort of a buffer between me and the person who's knocking on my door, which it doesn't happen often anyway. And I don't like surprise visitors, so somebody come knocking on my door, I'm not going to open it. So just be forewarned that if you plan on coming over to surprise me, you will be surprised, even if you see my car, that I am not going to answer the door. I'm just keeping it 100, like the kids say. The kids might not say that anymore. I don't know what they say. I don't have any kids, so they might say a whole bunch of stuff I don't even understand. but that's neither here nor there. Okay, 10-minute video. It'll probably be closer to 12 minutes with my intro and my outro with the music. So let me go ahead and wrap this up. If you made it this far, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Tell me to turn on my AC because it's super hot right now, but I'm not going to turn on my AC. I'm going to change out of my clothes and put on my tank top, put on my shorts. I'm going to relax. I'm going to edit this video, and we got thunderstorms coming through this afternoon, so I'm going to watch the storms under my back patio. And yeah, hope you all take care. Enjoy your Labor Day if you're off, and if you're working, hang in there. Enjoy your time off. Enjoy your time with your family when you get a chance to. And I will see you soon. Take care.